huge response from the crowds here and from you at home as well. So we decided to invite another poet to come along and sum up in poetry form how gardens and plants can fire the imagination. Kate Fox was out earlier giving her all to the Chelsea audience.
Chelsea politics. It's a floral beauty contest where you don't have to be prettiest to be the best, more diverse than Miss Universe. I wouldn't be surprised to see a concept garden represented by Nietzsche, the meaning of life expressed in crazy paving and a water feature. A House of Commons garden tended by Incapability Brown, whose expensive moat lets it down, where a speaker patrols mumbling border, border, and looking lost, and it can soil itself when the public find out how much it cost. A Beckham garden full of posh spice, a Selena Scott garden encased in ice, an exhibit designed to attract young birds by Silvio Berlusconi, a Georgian garden that outdoes plasticine for looking phony, a White House garden that will never again have a bush in it. Any of these could win it. They reflect how Chelsea is so variegated, and bees and flowers, public and gardens have successfully cross-pollinated. Thank you.
That was wonderfully subversive. I've never heard Nietzsche rhyme with water feature before, Kate.
Nicely done, thank you.
Were you surprised at what you found when you got here? Was it how you expected?
Yeah, the first hint that I'd had that gardening could be a bit more exciting than I thought was at last year's Hampton Court Flower Show, actually, Tony Smith's Strange Wheelbarrows. I didn't know you could have concept gardens. I love it. Piranhas, the Ace of Spades, quilted velvet and a weird Freudian fantasy. Those bits are what excites me. The flowers are great and smell lovely, but I could see them anywhere.
We're quite edgy as well, you know. We may
Indeed.
look staid and boring, but that's just a front.
But I've always said that this is the perfect venue to cross over some art forms, poetry, art, music, bring them to the show, and that's exactly what you've done.
And I would love to see, actually, I was a bit inspired. I was thinking you could have more of a poetry garden. I know you've got great things like the Key and the QVC garden, but poetry can be dangerous, like gardening can be dangerous. Even in the plasticine garden, I noticed there's a little bee ready to sting you, and you've got those piranhas. And when people come together and are basically watching nature having sex, that's as dangerous as poetry can be.
Rumbled at last. They're all just voyeurs.